sometimes what you learn from data isn't what you'd expect to learn. And I was reminded of that again this week when I did a poll on LinkedIn. I was looking to demonstrate something that I really believe, and that's that domain knowledge is really essential, and that in particular, domain knowledge is really essential when you're overseeing an oil field operation, and in particular coring, which is my personal background, because we're seeing a bit of a transition where we're losing a lot of coring people to retirement and things like that because of just because of the sort of way things are going in the oil field. And coring operations are being looked after by mud loggers or people with no field experience. And for me, this isn't a good thing. So I wanted to ask, what did everybody else think? And so I put a poll out saying, that domain knowledge is important, especially if you're managing an operation. And I asked people, do you agree it's a small problem? Do you agree it's a big problem because you might need advice? Or it's not a problem at all because everybody learns? And I mean, all honesty, I think it's a combination of the three, but I got some interesting results back. And that was that most people felt it was a problem to a bigger or lesser degree. A significant proportion of people felt it wasn't a particular problem at all. And interestingly enough, these were senior operations people in service companies, with a couple of operator personnel in there as well. The people that felt that it was a problem but it could be managed were composed mostly of service company operations personnel, and the people who felt that it was a big problem and that I might need advice were a mixture of operator personnel. But interestingly, the biggest group in that third group were made up of field personnel for the service companies, which brings me to something else I really believe in. So the data didn't prove initially what I was thinking, but it did show me something else, and that's the concept of the servant leader. And I really, really believe that the role of a leader is to help his staff, to facilitate them doing their jobs. If you look after your staff, they will look after your customer. And that is the thought I'd like to leave you with today.